We are updating you today with the drama that took place the last 1 week in the People's Democratic Party and the Nigerian polity. As we all know, a new chairman has emerged for the People's Democratic Party. The new chairman, of course, emerged out of the convention that took place in Ibadan, the capital of your state. Some will say he is not the chairman of the party, but a factional chairman of the party. As we do know, another faction of the party, led by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Governor Nyesom Wike, has decided and will go ahead to conduct its own national convention. Already efforts have been made and a lot of work is already going into the conduct of another convention for the party. Of course, this means that officially the People's Democratic Party is in factions, a faction led by the group that emerged in Ibadan and the group that the former governor of Rivers State and the minister of FCT is floating.
It's gone with the what you have done to us, the trust you've given up, is that you want us also to take it and that we shall do. We are not under any illusion that the task has been placed in us is a simple one. Our party is at crossroads now. We are up to the task. We are up to the challenge. Very soon, we shall be rolling out what our guiding principles will be and models of practice watching the same. And when we do that, we can't be hitting the ground running from day one. But in all this team, we want to assure our team members outside there, those that feel they have been aggrieved, and we don't care whether those grievances are genuine or not. Those that have now engaged in sit-down loop because of another, and those who are supposed to leave the party again or whatever, we are going after it. We will bring you back because the process of rebuilding, reuniting, reuniting, and strengthening this party is every one of us.
But that is not the only drama that the PDP is facing. There's also the drama of two of his governors preparing or about to leave the People's Democratic Party and join the All Progressive Congress. As we said a few weeks ago, Governor Abu Kefas, a retired military officer who took over the state in 2023 as governor of the state, will this Wednesday decamp to the APC. Already all consultations have been made, and according to him, the president has handed him over to the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Professor Nentawe. A lot of people, invitations have been sent out. Several chartered planes have been put on ground and will be heading to Jalingo to welcome the new member of the All Progressive Congress. And he is not leaving to the All Progressive Congress alone. As at Monday, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the Deputy Speaker, and several other appointees of the governor have left. And it is expected that the newly elected or selected local government chairmen and councils in the state will also join him in the All Progressive Congress as it stands today. For the first time in the history of politics since 1999, the occupant of the government house in Jalingo would not be a member of the People's Democratic Party. And as well, you had the drama about the Plateau State Governor, Barrister Caleb Mutfwang, who came out to deny that he was not part of the group that expelled the former governor of Rivers State, Minister Nyesom Wike, from the PDP. He denied, and as well, Governor Amadou Fintiri of Adamawa State also denied that he was not part of the decision. And a lot of drama is going on the Plateau. There are stories that there's a stiff resistance in the APC Plateau State against the governor, Caleb Mutfwang, the campaign into the APC. And as well, if the governor, who seemed to have distanced himself from his godfather, Governor Jonah David Jang, in his quest to enter the PDP, if he's rejected by the APC, it's very likely that he will not find a home again in the PDP. And if he goes back to the PDP to run the election, he's very likely to have very strong opposition to him. And of course, Governor Amadou Fintri is a second-term governor. He doesn't need re-election, and he is not about to leave the PDP at the moment. People say that because of his friendship with the Minister of FCT, he had to come out to declare that he was not part of the decision, the collective decision of the PDP in Ibadan to expel Nyesom Wike and some other persons, including the former national secretary of the party, Anyao, who is the arrowhead of the new faction of the PDP that is being put together. Now, what are the implications of this for Nigeria's politics? It is obvious that the intensified aggression to make the PDP unavailable. The first thing, and it's quite obvious, that PDP may be unavailable for anyone among the two factions who wants to contest election, because it's very unlikely that the fight that has started will not be a fight to finish, as some press houses have reported. And if the demands of one faction is that the other faction must take what it wants or there will be no peace, it's very unlikely that there will be peace within the People's Democratic Party. And how will this impact on the presidential election in 2027? It's also obvious that the fight in the PDP is over what happens in Nigeria in 2027. There have been reports that some people are insistent that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not have any opposition in the coming election, or if he will have any opposition at all, the opposition should come from the north, that the south is reserved for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, that is what one group is saying. The second thing is that I must say it does appear that both factions of the PDP may actually be playing the script of the APC. It does appear that those that did the convention in Ibadan and those that didn't want the convention in Ibadan may all be working for the same purpose of not having a viable political contestation in 2027. But whether that will help to enhance democracy or not is something that's yet to be seen. This is because in Cameroon and recently in Tanzania, where the ruling parties have jailed, crippled, and destroyed the opposition political parties, the results have not been pleasant. And the unpleasant results that we'll be having in the political contestations where Africa's polity is unstable, fragile, and said to be failing. The states in Africa are said to be failing. And whether a failing state will fail of the groups that are contesting for political power in Nigeria is yet to be seen. But what is clear is that the people who are taking their axe and weapons against democracy are those who are benefiting from democracy. But for democracy, many of the people who are gladiators in the political system today, who are known all over today, may actually not be known. They may have remained unknown persons in Nigeria's politics. But it does appear that, like some people say, it is usually what people are obsessed about that gets to destroy them. Will this obsession to have power by all means make or mar democracy and Nigeria in particular? History will tell how this will happen. Let me have your views and comments about the situation in Taraba State and also the situation in Plateau State. Do you think that, especially Taraba State, where APC or no opposition political party has ever won the election, it will be possible for the governor to move the PDP out of the state and replace it with the APC? Or take the case of Plateau. Is it possible that the APC will accept or reject Governor Caleb Mutfwang? If the APC rejects him, why does that leave him? If the PDP is also rejecting him. My name is Rimamnde Shawulu. This is Update.